This is Talk with the Times with David D'Onofrio at the Loudoun Times-Mirror in Leesburg.
Hello everyone, welcome to Talk with the Times with David D'Onofrio. I'm honored today to be joined by Hannah Hager, business reporter for the Loudoun Times-Mirror. Hannah, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
The headline splashed across the Loudoun Times-Mirror and a lot of publications across the nation. It's about Loudoun County being the quote-unquote wealthiest county in the nation. You have a great piece on it. What's the good news here for Loudoners, Hannah?
Well, the term wealthiest is really subjective here because the Forbes list was done by median income, which is not the average. Median is taking the range of salaries in Loudoun and finding the middle number. But basically it comes down to the location of the federal government.
The three keys, aren't they?
Exactly,
Yep.
and Loudoun really benefits from that. In the list, Forbes was talking about how the suburbs of the major cities benefit more than the cities themselves. And for Loudoun, being so close to the federal government and families with dual incomes being supported by the federal government, and Loudoun having such a high quality of life really benefits from that. I mean, people who have high incomes want to live in a county that's beautiful and has great education systems, and Loudoun has that.
Well, it certainly describes Loudoun, but obviously there are a lot of other counties in the area and cities, 9 in total in the D.C. area in this top 25 list. That's a lot of wealth in one area, wouldn't you say?
Exactly, and Fairfax falls right behind Loudoun.
Right.
So.
And you noted that the wealthiest is sort of misleading, and a lot of people have been talking about that out on the blogs and on the
Right.
forums. How is it misleading again, and what is it that doesn't just give the government a blank check just because there's lots of people who are wealthy in Loudoun County?
Well, I wouldn't say that it's misleading, but I would say that with a high income comes a high cost of living, and that's what surveys like these tend to put into context for people. For instance, the average home sales price now is $400,000. So if the median income of a family in Loudoun is $110,000, $400,000 is a little bit high in some cases. And also, the property taxes in Loudoun are sometimes termed very high.
Forbes magazine just named us a couple of weeks ago the highest in the South,
in
right?
the South, that's right. And Loudoun has pays nearly $5,000 annually in property taxes, when the U.S. average is around $1,200.
Ouch. That's ouch for all of us.
Yes.
So Hannah, why is it, I think you touched on this a little bit, but why is it that some other of the traditionally wealthy cities like New York and San Francisco, their suburbs are falling off this list, but it seems like DC's are flourishing and getting more and more on this list?
Well, I wouldn't say that they're falling off because there were 3 counties around San Francisco and New York that did make the list.
Right.
But because of the recession and the industries that support those local economies in those areas, such as the banking or investment banking sectors, were really hit hard by the recession. And with the federal government, you don't have that. I mean, the federal government is the anchor of Loudoun, and that's why we're at the top still.
Well, great. Well, folks, pick up the Loudoun Times-Mirror and read Hannah's story. Thank you, Hannah, for joining us. This has been Talk with the Times with David D'Onofrio. Hello, and welcome back to Talking with the Times with David D'Onofrio. I'm joined now by Bonnie Inman, Executive Director of Loudoun Interfaith Relief, as we continue to talk about Loudoun County and being the richest county in the nation. So, obviously we have the highest median income here, as everyone's talking about right now, Bonnie. But people do occasionally forget that there are still plenty of people here in Loudoun County in need. So tell us what you're seeing at Loudoun Interfaith Relief and what those needs are.
Well, as you know, Loudoun Interfaith Relief is an emergency food pantry. We've been in existence since 1991. Quite frankly, the people that are seeking our services today is probably a person that never thought they would be coming to an emergency food pantry. Our numbers in terms of the people that we support from last fiscal year to this fiscal year are up 43%.
Wow, 43.
43. We see an average of, not really an average, we see about 5,600 people a month and provide service and meals to them. We're unique in what our model strives to provide healthy and nutritious food to families. So what we're doing is the volume is even more significant in that what we're doing is not just handing people a box of food, we're handing people food to make breakfast, lunch, and dinner for 3 days, utilizing the food pyramid in terms of providing healthy and well-balanced meals, and also taking into consideration if someone's a diabetic or homeless.
Where do you get most of your food for Loudoun Interfaith Relief?
Well, on the one hand, we have this very generous and wealthy community, but on the other hand, there is this face of a person that's finding it very difficult to live here. But our community is very generous, and we receive so much of our food from the community, so much of our monetary support through the community and through grants, foundations, and we also have to purchase food. So with the money that we receive in donations, we do from time to time have to purchase food.
So you do take individual donations from folks. If anybody wants to, they can go to your website or contact you guys and make some donations, right?
Absolutely. Our website has everything there if you want to make a food donation or a monetary donation.
Oh, great. So that's how people can get involved. The need is still there, obviously. Where else? What else can we do as a community, as the richest county in the nation, to help Loudoun Interfaith Relief and other organizations like yours that are helping those who are struggling in this difficult economic time?
Well, to me it's mind-boggling that people in our backyard have to worry about not being able to eat. They have to worry about something so basic as hunger. Right now our shelves are pretty well stocked. But in a couple of months, and particularly as the summer approaches, we're really going to be depleted in our resources. And the need increases substantially, whereby the schools have been giving children lunches and breakfasts through the subsidized programs. That goes away in the summer. And so we really, really need to be cautious of our inventory control because we're going to be coping with some lean times. So people remember in the summer, conduct a food drive, particularly if you're a youth. It's a great way to give back to the community.
You want to give a quick plug to your website?
It's www.interfaithrelief.org.
There you go, folks. Well, Loudoun County is the richest county in the nation, has the highest median income, but please, folks, don't forget about those who do still need help in this time. And Bonnie, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
This has been Talk with the Times with David D'Onofrio at the new LoudonTimes.com.